Hi everyone, it's Ren here. Welcome to my original room. Uh, some of you, maybe people who've been watching my videos for a while, maybe years at this stage, might recognize this room. Uh, I used it for a good chunk of last year, from I would say the end of January to the beginning of September of 2019, because I was back home then in between jobs. So I'm back home at the moment. I'm back home for, let me see, it's not quite clear for how long I will be back home, and I'll explain to you why in a second. But I just wanted to say that, well, this is just a message to let you know that the channel is still going. I haven't really been able to update, new videos, upload new videos in the last 2 weeks or so, which is, it's fundamentally it's not a long time, but without warning or anything like that, whether in video or in text, I guess sometimes people ask themselves questions, and some people have been asking me questions about it, asking me if I was okay. So I just wanted to confirm that I'm okay. It's just that it's been a very busy time, and the reason why it's been a busy time is the following. Well, about 2 weeks ago, I finished my contract. I was working in an organization, an Irish organization, and yeah, I came to my contract came to an end, and in those circumstances, sometimes when you're about to finish, like the last few weeks are tend to become a little bit lighter in terms of the workload, and in that case, I would have had time to continue making videos. But it just so happens that for a number of reasons, that didn't happen at all. I was busy as ever. In fact, I was busier than ever because I had to attend to my usual tasks and projects, but I also had to make sure that I prepared a really good handover, documents, and coordinated a handover process with the person that came after me, and so it just took a long time, and on top of that, there were just some issues with our apartment. We're going to be moving apartments soon enough, so that kept me very busy. But the thing is, even while I was doing that, and after for the week that followed that as well, and that's very recent. I'm talking literally about last week. I was just going through like an interview process. In fact, with the same organization, I'd applied for a position that was a little more, what would I call it? I guess, a rank above the position I had. So a junior management position in a particular unit that I was very attracted to. Like the unit I was working in for the last year was communications unit, external corporate communications, and that's fine. I think even if I were to bring like an INFJ perspective into this to try to make the video a little bit more than just about myself, what I would say is communications has good and bad aspects for your, let's say, average INFJ type. The good aspects of working in communications, if you're, let's say, an INFJ, is that you get to express yourself a lot. You get to communicate, you get to write, you get to engage with people in such a way that you can channel some of your somewhat innate skills, such as interpersonal skills, understanding of other people's needs, knowing how to tailor your messaging according to your audience. So these particular aspects tend to they tend to come naturally to an INFJ, and an INFJ enjoys that because it makes use of their psychological acumen in a way to do the best job possible. That acumen comes into play, and it's very useful. Now, the not so positive side, and part of the reason why I'm not too unhappy about having finished that job, is just that it's an extrovert's job. Technically, if I wanted to put it very bluntly and very quickly, it's an extrovert's job. So your environment is always a little bit uncertain. It depends a lot on what's going on in the news, and you know, you might have to hop on trends and or anticipate what's going to be asked. And there's a lot of short deadlines. There's a lot going on. Not a single day is exactly like the next, which again is something that I think a lot of people would find very good, exciting, and even myself, I have to say, you know, like if I'm in a job and every day looks like the next one, after a while it gets boring and I feel like I'm just, you know, I'm stagnating and I want to leave. So I do enjoy a bit of variety, but there is this limit to the amount of variety that I want, I think, simply because if you get a lot of variety, just that means a lot of change day to day, short deadlines, and that is going to be, especially I'd say for like an introvert with analytical tendencies, someone who needs to process data, take time, etc. It can be a source of stress, can generate stress. So I'm not unhappy that, you know, I finished that job. Now the new job is going to be, there's going to be more responsibilities. So on the surface, you know, it might look as if it could generate more stress, but in fact, we'll see how it goes, you know, but I would wager that it's not going to be the case, because even though there are more responsibilities, I think that would be a source of satisfaction in my job, to have more responsibilities, but it's not going to be a communications job, you know, it's going to be more like it's called international engagement, so it's going to be acting as like one of the public faces of the organization with some European and international counterparts, and I think that, you know, it's going to be a slightly different kind of job. There's going to be much more, you know, much more of a part played by policy discussions and that kind of thing, inputting into strategy, and I think that could be exciting, you know. So now I've been talking about it for too long, but now the reason why I don't exactly know, just to come back to a point I was making earlier, the reason why I don't exactly know yet when I'm going back to, you know, Ireland, is that I have not yet come to an agreement as to my starting date. So, you know, that should be agreed upon this week. So, you know, that will decide just how many weeks I will be here. But I definitely will be around this particular town in the south of France for the next few weeks, which means that, well, you know, I'm also on holidays. There's a bit of a lockdown or post-lockdown, you know, vibe going on. Like opportunities to go outside and socialize are still quite limited in here, especially in South France, because there's a lot of COVID cases. And so essentially, you know, I expect that I will have time to make videos, and so you can expect me to be reasonably active. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, unfortunately, I have not been able to recruit Hazelnut, my cat, for this video. She's actually just outside there, like sunbathing. So I wasn't gonna try. You know, I wasn't gonna pick her up to just make her appear. I want her to do this of her own accord. I want it to be her decision. So I hope you guys have been well, and I guess I'm just going to tell you, you know, see you in the next video. The next video will be on a specific theme as opposed to just an update, okay? But I keep the suspense in that regard. See you soon, guys.